Multiple wildfires are burning tonight across the inland Northwest, including the Andres fire in the West Plains. We'll have the latest on evacuations across the area.
And we are tracking a fire weather warning through Wednesday evening. We've got lightning headed our way. That and the rest of your forecast next.
Plus, with the Andres fire burning near Cheney, we check in on our air quality to let you know what to expect.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us here for KREM 2 News at 6. I'm Whitney Ward.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Tonight, we continue to track the Andres fire on the West Plains. But first, some breaking news right here at 6. Washington Governor Jay Inslee has declared a statewide state of emergency due to the growing risk of wildfires. Governor Inslee also announced a statewide prohibition on most outdoor and agriculture burning. That's through September 30th. In a statement released late this afternoon, Governor Inslee said in part, Washington is facing a historic drought and we have already experienced record-breaking heat. We must be vigilant in our efforts to prevent wildfires and the loss of life and destruction of land and property that comes with them. For his full statement, you can visit krem.com or download our KREM 2 mobile app. All right, back to the Andres fire. It is now estimated about 230 acres. Fire officials have changed some evacuation levels from level 3, which means leave now. They've downgraded them now either to level 2 or level 1. So that means there are now fewer than 200 homes under those level 3 evacuation orders. KREM 2's Ian Smay talked to a family that had to evacuate. He joins us live now from the Fire Command Center tonight. Ian?
Yeah, good evening, Mark and Whitney. I am here at the fire command post for the Andres fire. And as you said, some of those level 3 evacuations have been lowered to level 2 or level 1, which means some people have been able to return to their homes. But others are still under level 3 evacuations, which means get out and stay out. I spoke with one family earlier today about how quickly they had to leave their home as the flames started to grow.
I went and looked outside and it was like right behind our house. And my dad used to work up on the hill when it used to be an Air Force base, and so we knew it started up there and it was coming down, and we just kind of got as much stuff together as we could and then got out as quick as we could.
Shane Davis and his family had to quickly leave their homes Monday due to the Andres fire. It quickly grew from 20 acres to an estimated 230 acres in the West Plains area. At one point, this led to 200 homes being under level 3 evacuations. Davis said they only had about 20 minutes to get out of their home near Soda and Taylor roads. So you guys only had about 20 minutes between that level 2 and then you just had to get out?
Yeah, it happened quick.
And so were you able to pack, or did you already have stuff ready?
We kind of just grabbed whatever we could, the most important things, the valuable things that we can't replace, and then renter's insurance will take care of the rest. But luckily we didn't come to that.
Davis was able to quickly visit their home again today. Luckily, he says everything is okay. Some of those roadblocks do remain. Fire crews are still fighting to get containment around the fire. Eric Keller with the Washington Department of Natural Resources says the flames spread quickly due to Monday's winds and terrain. The fire has burned through both timber and open fields. There are crews from the local, state, and federal levels on the scene. Those include Spokane County fire districts and fire districts from across the state. DNR has state-level units on scene, while the Bureau of Land Management and the U.S. Forest Service are representing the national level. Keller says it will likely take until this weekend or early next week to fully contain the blaze. But Davis is just happy for the work they've done.
It's been pretty dang stressful. We're just really glad they got it under control, and thankful for the firemen and the pilots that came in and made sure that we were all safe.
While the skies may not be as busy as they were yesterday, it's still important to keep drones out of the area as to not interfere with firefighting efforts. We should note that fire leaders have not given us a level of containment yet, and they might not be able to for a couple of days. Keller also told me earlier today that they hope to start pushing in from the perimeter of the fire in the coming days. In Cheney, Ian Smay, KREM 2 News.
All right, Ian, thank you very much. Today we are also tracking a number of other wildfires around the state. In Douglas County, the Batterman Road fire has grown to at least 7,900 acres. Level 3 evacuations in place on Rock Island Grade Road from Moses Stool to Highway 28. Again, level 3 means you should leave immediately. Level 2 evacuations in place for Road S Southwest. Level 2 means be set to leave at a moment's notice. And the Palisades under a level 1 evacuation notice. Level 1 means be ready to leave.
So the fire's containment right now is about 10%. Today, firefighters are working on existing containment lines and establishing new lines east of Batterman Road, west of Rock Island Grade, and south of Beaver Creek. We know about 80 structures are threatened. The efforts are focused on just protecting those structures, the natural resources, and minimizing this fire's impacts. According to the Douglas County Sheriff's Office, the fire did start on the 4th of July. It's been burning through sage and grass. Though zero reports of any injuries or structure losses, there is an emergency shelter in place for anyone displaced by the fire. It's located at Eastmont High School through the Red Cross.
We have an update now on the wildfire that was burning near Springdale in Stevens County. All evacuations have been lifted and fire crews are currently working on the fire to clean up in the area. Residents in that area no longer need to be prepared to leave their homes, they said. At last check, that fire burned about 35 acres.
And in Idaho, another wildfire near Dixie is still growing. It's located 40 miles southeast of Grangeville. It's estimated between about 1,000 and 2,500 acres. According to the Idaho County Sheriff's Office, Dixie Road is now open, but intermittently. The fire is about 200 feet from the road, so if it does reach that road, it's going to have to close until further notice. The Sheriff's Office also says there's a new fire in the Buffalo Hump area that is also headed in the direction of Dixie. Now, we don't have exact information about how far away it is, but we will continue to bring you the latest updates about the road closures and any information about this new fire as it does become available.
And as wildfires begin to take hold throughout the state, support agencies are springing into action to help people and pets that may become displaced by evacuations and fires. Spokanimals says it is getting the shelter ready to have extra space for families that might need some animal welfare support during the wildfire season. The Midtown shelter is preparing some extra dog pens and clearing some cat space in the event that pets need some temporary love and shelter. And oftentimes when families are able to evacuate or forced to evacuate, they are unable to take pets to shelters or temporary housing. Spokanimals says it is on standby to help.
So we know this is a lot of information and it can change frequently. So if you'd like more information, we can actually send a link right to your phone. All you have to do is text the word fire to 509-448-2000. You can also download the KREM 2 mobile app and always check KREM.com.
All right, let's talk weather now. The hot, dry weather certainly is not helping firefighters right now. In fact, there is a red flag warning that goes into place early tomorrow morning for much of the inland Northwest. Let's get straight to Chief Meteorologist Tom Sherry to talk more about that. Tom?
Yeah, 2 a.m. tomorrow morning, in effect until 8 p.m. Wednesday evening. Everywhere you see shaded in red right here, basically all of Washington, at least east of the Cascades, into the panhandle of Idaho, also portions of Oregon under that red flag warning. We're expecting lightning in the overnight hours and again on Wednesday. That combined with extremely dry conditions, low relative humidity, hot conditions as well, and of course gusty winds gusting up to 30 to 35 miles per hour. It means any kind of a lightning strike could start a potentially damaging and devastating wildfire. We're already seeing some lightning now down in areas of northeastern Oregon. We'll continue to keep an eye on that. We do think a lot of that moisture is going to move farther to the north. In the meantime, we'll look for mostly clear skies tonight with an overnight low of 65. Increasing clouds tomorrow. It's going to be muggy with that cloud cover and a 20 to 30% chance of isolated thunderstorms. We'll look for a high of 95. It gets hot this weekend. Almost 100 degrees on Saturday and 95 on Sunday. I'll have the rest of your 10-day forecast all coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. And now to some of the day's other top headlines. 2 people in Moses Lake were injured by fireworks over the holiday weekend. There were actually 2 separate incidents. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says a man in his 40s was injured on Sunday. He severely damaged his hand at the Moses Lake sand dunes when the fireworks he was holding detonated. He had to be flown to Spokane for treatment. Also, a 15-year-old boy was injured earlier today. He also severely damaged his hand and sustained other injuries when a modified consumer firework detonated. He had to be flown to Harborview Medical Center in Seattle for his treatment.
New tonight, Washington Governor Jay Inslee has canceled his trip to Spokane. He was previously supposed to visit Spokane tomorrow, but due to an unforeseen transportation issue, the governor will not be traveling to Spokane. The visit will instead be rescheduled within the next few weeks, according to his office.
Still coming up tonight, Tropical Storm Elsa is causing a lot of trouble for search and rescue teams trying to recover victims from that deadly condo collapse. We'll have the latest on the recovery effort and the storm next.